So I don't want to waste your time too much. You're welcome, everybody, once again. Thank you so much for joining. So we know the story of what happened in Umunneochi and the story of the Methodist prelates and the elaborate story he told about this Fulani, and how the Fulani and this Fulani and this Fulani. You understand? So now in the video, and we are seeing the real Fulani. So this one that was caught among others, he's not Fulani, lo and behold. So this one is not Fulani. This one is from Ebonyi State. And there are many, but he's the one that was caught. He's from Ebonyi State. So the video, because he's in bondage and, with some kind of graphic content may be problematic. So I'm not posting the video here. But you can check Charles Kayo Okoye's page and you will see the video there. So I'll share the link of that post also on this program. You can see what Charles Kayo Okoye wrote. The video is there. You can watch it. You understand? So I don't want to share the video here because of Undimbu. So this one now, he said, is from Ebonyi State. So all of them, they recruit them like that. They will not carry them from wherever. You understand? You guys, you remember that they have camps. They have camps everywhere. And in that camps that they always have a borrow pit there that they are using to remove as waste, as where they dump waste. Normally it's the people that they acquire, they will dump them there. So this is what we are seeing in this case. This is what we are seeing in this case. And they know. Like when this very one, when he was being interviewed. So let me share what they wrote, what he was narrating. So let me share the link from our brother Charles Kayo Okoye here on this video so you can watch it. So I think our brother, so you can see the link I put it there. It's a Facebook link. If you click it, you will see, you understand what our brother Charles Okoye was writing in this regard. So basically it's about what happened in Umunneochi. So I just want to read from his post so I can just share my screen with you guys so you can see where I'm reading from. So no, let me remove the picture so you can see. So you can see what our brother is writing. So this is the brother I said he wrote. So he's writing kidnapping in Abia State, vigilante groups. You can read with me. Vigilante groups have apprehended kidnappers that are disturbing the people of Umunneochi and the environment. And these kidnappers, they are normally in this Enugu or Kilgwe Port Harcourt Expressway. And they were caught at by Umuaku Vigilante Group. You remember the video that we were watching yesterday? It was that Umuaku Vigilante Group where they were telling the exact location that this thing happened. I shared that video with you guys, although without audio, but I also sent it into the chat. And here they are saying that, one of the people who are the suspects is from Abakaliki in Ebonyi State, and he confessed that they were led by another suspect who is an indigene of Umuaku community in Umunneochi. So, which means, like I always tell you guys, now the rats where they inside house, now I go tell the one where they outside say there is food. So, what brought these boys here? Someone from Ebonyi State on a normal day will not just carry and start coming to Abia State to come and foment trouble. It's people that organized them and brought them there for a purpose. And it's no other people than IPOB. And I told you guys from beginning. So there's a lot of concerted efforts to separate IPOB from all these things and say, oh, no, it's not IPOB and all those things. No. It is always what they have been wanting to do. And guys, you don't have to argue too much. Kanu always had this intention to take away all the security agencies so that he will be the king, because he have always wanted to be a ruler, to be the king. Remember when all these things started? A lot of people say, oh, it's because of Fulani. I played a video for you guys where his coordinators were saying that right from before the time that they even proscribed them, that they were the one going and provoking the military and initiating the reaction that the military gave them. From the horse's mouth, I've played the audio for you guys here, and I've also shown you video where Kanu was parading with his boys. I can still share that video with you guys. So some of the videos, but I'm not going to share those ones here. You can watch that one in your private time. And so I shared this video here so that maybe you people can also listen a little bit and hear how they are calling Fulani Herdsmen. You see?
So not really confronted.
We fire them face to face. This one no be say the other one, because what you now see their place, you can see that now direct.
When somebody is answering Bobby Cat. I don't know if you can hear.
No wala.
I think you could say they know kidnappers.
Then don't carry this driver. Now we see my.
Are you seeing? So this is just the video that I have already shared with you guys. So the video is with you guys and you already have the video. So in this video, these are the vigilantes. They were saying, oh, they are the Fulani people, they are the Fulani people. But when they got hold of them, they were, lo and behold, they are people, their own people that they gather from different parts of Igbo land to come and be committing all these things. It's just like the one I showed you yesterday when they say Omoteku, Fulani people were inside the bush. They took people who were traveling along Akure Road. When they went inside the bush, all the people they found there, they were mostly people that are Yoruba descent. You understand me? So I just wanted to do this video because sometimes when something is happening and you know what is happening, but somehow you are trying to hide from that reality is not going to go away because you are hiding from it. It's going to persist, and by the time you are willing to face it, there will be nobody strong enough to face it, because this thing, is not something that just started happening. This is something that they already have in their mind that they are doing, like the one, you understand. So admin, just help me to be blocking these wasted products that are due for recycling. Nothing anybody can do about them again. And I know that they are bots, that they are trying to be attacking all these things, all this video and all those things. That's only what they are going to be doing. So there's nothing anybody can do. So these are the people, either they are benefiting or they are part of the whole thing, or you understand, like they have already sold their soul. There's nothing anybody can do. Just in case anybody forgets, before this video starts getting long, I want to share this video with you guys where Kano was parading, doing parade. When I used to share this video with you guys, I used to use telephone, so I know that it was not very clear. But now we have like this. This means at least I can actually try to show you guys properly like this, so you can see. Yeah, I'm not going to play the audio. So this was before anything started happening. At this point now, there was no military, there was no nothing. Kanu was just rambling, and then he wanted to be the president, he wanted to be the king, he was willing, and then he gathered all these boys and he called them BSS. Most of these boys we are seeing now, most of them have gone. Most of these boys we are looking at, they have been recycled, and nobody wants to talk about it. And all the people that supported this thing, they use it to grow their Facebook page, and they have moved on to other topics, and they have left the people to their fate, like somebody was saying yesterday. You understand? I don't talk to foolish idiots that are already ndị nwụrụ anwụ na-aga ije. I don't know. You are the one that came to my page. I did not come to your page. So go and rescue your king wannabe. So this was what Kanu was doing in Igbo land. In a place where there is a governor, where there is a president, where there is armed forces. This is what this guy was doing. He gathered people, and they were doing a presidential parade for him. You can see. So there are many people in this place, and they are blowing trumpet for him, giving him salutes. So this is a premeditation of what he always wanted to be. He wanted to be the one that will call power. So by the time he finally got hold of all these boys and gave them guns and put them inside the bush, what do you think will happen? That's what I was asking you people when he was doing this CSN and say, oh, there is showing you men. It's not new. This was far back in 2000 and maybe 2013 or some thereabout. I don't remember exactly. This is when all this one was going on. There was no military disturbing. Nothing was disturbing him. This guy, he said he wants to come and give you tear rubber country. This is it. Most of this, keep in mind that all these boys you are seeing, more than half of them have gone. More than half of them have gone. So this is what this guy was doing, and so he was always going to affect the security of that region, whether anybody liked it or not, because that was where his mind was. So anything he saw, he was using. In the beginning, he was saying Igbo people are cursed, Igbo people are cursed. That's why you see him dressing like a Jewish person. And then he was saying Yoruba people, Yoruba people, before he now went into Fulani. And because of that Fulani, and they are the one doing all these things. They are the one attacking people inside the villages. Anybody that don't buy their fraud, anybody that understand what is going on, they will target that person, take that person out. And they will be bringing the video online and say, oh, look at what Fulani have done. And on the basis of that, he now finally used the opportunity of NSAS to get hold of guns, and then the guns landed in the hands of these boys, and he put them inside the bush. Who do you think those boys inside the bush are going to be attacking, if not the Igbo people, the local people there? There's no other person. Like when everything that is happening in the north is happening, they have never come and say it is IPOB that is doing it, it's anybody. They know it's their own people that are doing it. It doesn't matter what they call it, whether they call them Boko Haram, whether they call them bandits. Everything that is going on in the north is committed by Northerners. No foreigner can come in there and know the terrain and be able to do all those things that they are doing. They are the ones doing it. So how do you not think that Kanu will gather these young men? I don't even understand. This guy, he will just go and sew uniform for himself. He will go and sew uniform for himself, and he will come and be parading young men. So I just want to show you this video because I want you to see that it was a premeditated something that was due to happen. You see? So, this one is paining them because it's the raw truth. They tell you, Fulani. Tell me, why was Kanu parading these young men? Even before there was anything like a military Operation Python dance, nothing like that. So this guy was always seeing himself as a king. He has come to take over the politics of the Southeast, to be the one that is the ruler. If the Southeast people really want to secede from Nigeria, it is not people on the street that will be talking about it. I was about saying this thing to you guys yesterday. The Prime Minister of Scotland was talking about secession and was talking about referendum. She is elected in the parliament of the Scottish people, and she has the authority from the people, the mandate from the people, and she can talk about referendum in the parliament. She can be talking about it and initiating it in the parliament, and then these are what happened. So if Igbo people want secession to secede from Nigeria, it is not outsiders, non-state actors. People will just wake up and form a group and be telling other people that they want to go and form a group. No, no, no. It is like people like Abaribe in the Nigerian Senate that will be presenting it, that this is why we want to secede from Nigeria. It will be their talking point. And if you really want to secede from Nigeria, then you will be electing people with the message that you go to the Senate and talk about secession. And they are the only one that will be talking it. It is not people like this Ugumagala that is trying. It's not anyone. You are not educated, you don't have a skill, you are not trained in anything. You have opportunity to join the military in Britain. Many people, when they go to Britain, is even the quickest way to get your documents. You go and join the British military. He was young when he went there. He could have joined the Ebenhe military that they are. If he loved to be a military man, he will go and join the military there and even learn life skill of how to be military, since military things are interesting for him. Instead, he will not come and gather people's children and be parading them and setting them up. So the bottom line is, all this thing that is happening, you have not even started to accept that this is what you have brought upon yourself. You have not started saying what you have brought to yourself. I want to, meanwhile, while all these things is going on, I want to show you this video.
These women are lying
Methodist
on the ground.
women.
They are praying for
Methodist women.
our country.
They are lying at the center of Umuahia, and they are trying to go to come and rescue them.
To come and help out their
they have suffered more than any other state
right now,
in Nigeria.
Right here in Open.
I'm now asking, is it not what the prelate is supposed to be doing? This is what the prelate is supposed to be doing. This is what prelate is supposed to be doing, you know. So all these people, they are lost. They are lost. So look at how Baribe, he's supporting you, but he never raised the issue of secession, seceding from a country. And let me tell you guys, they deceive you when they tell you that secession is the same thing as agitation. No, secession is not agitation. Agitation for a better country is different. If you're agitating for a better country, for example, you will be agitating for your governor to repair your roads so that you will no longer be having river plus road all in one. So you will have a separation of where the road is and where the river is. Look at the women praying. When they're supposed to agitate, they will not be docile and be lying down and say they are praying. No, this is when you're supposed to march. Everybody in Abia State is supposed to come out and march in anger. How many people is Zipazu that he's holding the whole people in Abia State, or so that their brain is no longer functioning? He built 1 kilometer flyover for over 7 years. This man is not paying salary, he's not paying pension, he's not funding education, nothing. And you people are still praising him, but your problem is Fulani. Why? Because you don't have the understanding of what to fight for. So the main issue with the Southeast political problem is they are mistaking secession, calling for secession as agitation. No. If you are calling for secession, it's a clamor. It's like when you are saying you want a divorce, calling for divorce and complete separation is different from saying, let's talk, let's talk. We need to talk about our family. We need to come back. We need to do something about this relationship. We need to build our relationship. We need to, talk. We need to go for therapy. Whatever we need to do to hold this relationship is different. So when you are agitating for a better Nigeria. You are agitating for the things that are wrong in the country. It is not the same thing as saying you want to secede. So the politicians are twisting it. They're not making it look like, oh, you can go on the street and be agitating for a new country, whereas they are the one in parliament, in House of Assembly, in the legislative, that they can push forth everything that it needs to set the stage for secession. They are not talking about it. So you now think that you ordinary people and your bingo king, you not think that people like this one, that is a bingo, that doesn't even know anything, that even where he live in England, even his own parliament people don't know him, he don't know them, he has never, you don't even, he live in Great Britain. Great Britain is even a very powerful member of the United Nations. Have you seen them? How they don't know him, he don't know them. And this is the blessing that Kano brought for you people. All this thing that is happening, and more is coming. But now you people are still living in denial. A lot of you people think Biafra is coming today and tomorrow. It's not coming, because nobody is looking for any new country. There is nobody that was looking for any new country anywhere on the face of this earth. What they are doing is growing their Facebook page. What they are doing is getting the association, getting fundraising, doing all these things. Simon Ekpa say you should be gathering money so that you go and fight Nigeria. You should continue, okay? Continue. You see all this one, it was premeditated. This guy, he had no plan for it, but he was suffering from a form of egomania. Like you can just come from anywhere, you just talk very loud and very powerful, and then you become the king of a new country. That's how crazy and stupid this is. But anyway, it is what it is. You cannot help the people. So now the things that the men should be doing, going around, it is what the women are doing. Meanwhile, the prelates, the Methodist prelates, that is the Oga Patapata of Methodist Church, he's not saying anything. He's joining Kano from the same Abia State. He's joining Kano. They are talking about Fulani. They are talking about Fulani. You people will reap the fruit. You see that Abia State, yeah. You have not even started, because look at Abaribe. He has now finally left PDP. He is now gone to Abga, so that he will not go and contest to remain in Nigerian Senate. He's not talking about Biafra. So tell me how people who live abroad, who are forming organization, will not be the one, will not be the one that will not come and talk about a new country. And I'm giving you an example of what is going on right now in Great Britain. It is politicians that are already elected that have that kind of power and authority. And if they cannot say it, like even if you say, okay, this is your desire, you have to elect somebody that will say, on the premise that when you go there, this is the only topic that you are allowed to talk. You want to go anywhere. Look at Aba, ordinary Aba. You cannot even rebuild it. You cannot clean it up. You cannot change. You cannot do it. I showed you the videos of what is going on in other places. Other places, they are developed. You are stuck. And you have somebody like Kano, but he was an egomania. He only wants to be king and people to be bowing for him. That is only what he cares about. And that is why he gather young men and give them guns. And instead of you to see him as the problem, you are calling Fulani, Fulani, Fulani. Where is the Fulani? Where is the Fulani? Every time they catch them, either they are able, or when they find them, they will say, oh, they are innocent youths. But when they escape, they'll say, oh, the Fulani, what the Fulani are doing, what the Fulani are doing. There is no Fulani. There have never been any Fulani case. It's IPOP and Kano's minions that have been doing all the damage in the Southeast. And they will be doing it and they will be denying it. Now, yesterday, they went to where Labour Party was doing campaign. They went there, obviously, in the presence of everybody to attack those people. You know? And now they will still turn around and say, oh, they are not the same people. Hey, good morning. Good evening, Jerome. Let me tell you guys what Adenka grandson was just talking against. Adenka grandson was just saying Igbo people live in Yoruba land. It never commanded for anybody to be taken out or anybody where to be born. But the day they went to take Adenka grandson, they came there. I don't know if I can see that video. They came there like everybody. They were kitted the whole street. Adenka grandson himself was surprised. And you see someone like this, nobody, he was not elected. Even if he liked politics, Shebi, he will use this momentum to join politics and get elected and get all the accolades. No, just from nowhere, non-state actor, you just come gather young boys and give them gun. They are causing nuisance, and people didn't know. Even when they prescribed them, I brought that video where a former coordinator was saying they are the ones that provoke military. That in fact, even that time that they did not know, they did not even know what the government know that made them to even prescribe them. That if they know now, like that, if in hindsight, he was saying that the President Buhari administration saw what they did not see before they prescribed them, and they prescribe you. They prescribe you. They say prescription means you are banned, you are illegal, you are not authorized to operate in this country. Tell me, where did IPOB and all their criminal lawyers, where did they go and file to fight or appeal that prescription? Normally, if you get a judgment, there is a window of appeal. They never went. They were just saying, well, doing gragra. A country have already prescribed you, you are doing gragra. On top of it, the country that prescribed you, you still came into that country and you have the audacity to form an illegal security outfit, calling it ESN. Like this is like double. And on top of it, you are still using the ESN to be attacking government-affiliated security and vigilante and saying they are good, they are bad. So it is you, faceless, unknown, undocumented young criminals in the bush that are the legitimate authority in the whole Southeast region. Eh? All of you that are talking about that you see, your leader, your misleader, your generation, it will come to you. None of you exception. Okay? And I've told you people, you cannot buy me. You cannot. Everybody know you are terrorists. It's just a time. It's just a little thing like this. You will be given that recognition globally. Globally, you will get that terrorist recognition very soon. It will not be long. If Adenka grandson can be arrested and is detained, what did Adenka grandson do? What exactly did Adenka grandson say? That Britain came and took him and said he was doing terror. Why? And allow these people to be on social media and everywhere fomenting trouble and talking Fulani. Where did Fulani pass? Now you know that anywhere they see Fulani, anywhere they see anything, they will be under attack. And you are still talking about Fulani at a time like this. Son of a mad, useless mother. What are you doing on my video? Did I invite you? The people that rubbish. How can they, like the way they even came? I think I need to look for how the moment Adenka grandson was arrested. Let me show you guys. What did Adenka grandson do? Adeyinka grandson was just saying Igbo should leave Lagos, nothing more. He didn't say burn, kill police, anywhere you see the Shawolu, anywhere Tinubu, his hotel must be burned. He did not say anywhere you see, I don't want to see police, I don't want to see army. Anybody that say like this, burn him, burn him, hey, what is going to happen? Nobody can move, even cockroach cannot move from one window to the other. Nobody said anything. So you can see how many of them are coming in here to come and take Adeyinka grandson. What was his crime? They say he was doing terrorism. Look at Adeyinka grandson. See how many people came. What did Adeyinka grandson say? Adeyinka grandson only said he's giving Igbo people 48 hours to leave Lagos. He did not. Nobody has gone out to attack Igbo person on the basis of what Adeyinka grandson said. Thank you. Sometimes it doesn't allow me. I will just try my best. Look at Adeyinka grandson. See how many people came. See this one. And the man is like, I didn't say, and this one was right there in their domain.
So not really confront them.
We find them face to face. This one no be say
that is parading himself. Let me show. Where is that one that was parading himself? It's like I've removed it. I've removed it without knowing. Okay, it's here. Whereas this one was right there before them. How can they go and arrest Adeyinka grandson? And this man was in their domain. All your own. Anyway, let me just leave all this one. Nwachukwu generation Chukwu akpogo ha ọkụ. Ọ gaghị adịrị ha na mma. Rubbish. Tell me, because me, I don't understand it. Unless say that then they join, they think bad thing for the Igbo people. Say, may they just clear them. Because I don't understand. Wait till again, Grandson talk. What did he say? I don't know. So the thing is surprising to me. See how many people came to take him. The guy was even surprised. This one, then where people see all of them outside. In fact, if you see the video where they are even coming from outside, the street was full. Meanwhile, this one was inside in their country ranting. Anyway, thank God that we have seen the Fulani Herdsmen. We have seen, although we know there are many of them. They will come out, they will be saying, I did like this, I buy many people like this. That one will be a separate video. I will just do the short video and post it so that you people will be seeing your Fulani Herdsmen. Your Fulani Herdsmen, the videos are here, they don't trend. That kind of video will never trend. They will not trend it. They will just let it die down. But you know the video that they want to be trending, anything that will say, oh, we are victim, they will be trending it. You want to be victim every day, you want to be victim, only you. Look at what Okezi Ikpeazu use you people to be doing since how many years? Let me show you a video, or let me share my screen again and show you what Ikpeazu was commissioning for them. So built by Okeze Ikpeazu, Okeze Victor Ikpeazu, PhD. Oh, very important. and commissioned by Ezenwoje Sonwike. Yeah, that is the Osisioma flyover, Enyimba City. That is what they are building. That's you will be happy. Meanwhile, the women are busy crying and praying, and the prelate is busy talking about Fulani Herdsmen. Nobody can save you if you don't save yourself. Obviously, they don't want to pull mouth for you no matter. So all these ones that are coming here to be attacking me, I've said my own. No. I said it from beginning that there is no Fulani Herdsmen involved in all this thing. Not them. And I maintain it. I maintain it. Look at a hospital in somewhere in Anambra State, for example.
It's a nice one.
This, look at a hospital.
Health center, government hospital.
Government hospital, health center.
Look
Look
at
at the, and this one is
Chineke mere mebere bụ na ekuse mbebi n'enu bed ya. Ọ bụ na ọ bụghị ya ọ ga-adakwasa nwa ahụ.
Government hospital.
Mana ga-emekwa ndị na
health center. This is health center. He said, let me let you hear the
health center Oberago.
Oberago.
Na ka ọ dịta. Health center Oberago. Dịka ụnọ oke.
Health center. Government health center. And you have government that are there. Oh, sorry. You have a government that are there. They are the same. Oh, the man that is, they are the same. That's what is hungering him now. He wants to be a president from the back door. Now went to gather young men all across and is parading as who? As who? As president wanna be of a brand new country. And that's how he lied. He went to UN, he went to EU, he went to Israel is coming. It's been 1 year now. Why are we not seeing them? Hello, my brother. You're welcome.
Hello. Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Good evening, and good evening.
So we have seen their Fulani Herdsmen now.
Yes. Before I go into that, let me just say on this health center you've shown now, good 18, cameras don't lie, like they say, or videos don't lie. The only thing I didn't see was the timestamp and the date. But now, this has been what yourself, Ijele, myself, and the reasonable ones from the Southeast has been saying. Now, let me say from 1999, from Mbadinuju to this last administration of Soludo, when was the last time they renovated a health center? But now, the people of Anambra, if they go through the documents or through the budget of that state, they will be shocked to their marrow, to their bone marrows, that every budgetary year, that health center is part of it. Someone signs that money and walk away. Same thing is in Abia State. Now look at our women, our mothers being ridiculed, lying down, praying. Like I did comment on one of my very good friend and a mentor in Abia State. I said, what we need now is that civil disobedience Oyenduf has been preaching. That is where they need it. And at the end of the day, I mean, you see, before I come into this Fulani Herdsmen now, everything will be saying, like I even said to myself now personally, I will forget about Kwankwaso. My problem should be Abia State, no longer who becomes the president of Nigeria. Because that is where it hurts the most. And I'm trying to understand why, even now, if you see even some people from Abia State, majority of them, they're crying Obi. Obi was not your governor. Even with Buhari that came with all the, everything, yet states are very corrupt. I'm taking this challenge through this, your broadcast. Every person from Abia State, let's focus our energy on Abia State.
Yes, now,
let's keep
because if there was road, if people had a means to go, at least, if the basic facilities are there and people can actually go about, nobody will be busy parading and following somebody like this around. Nobody will, everybody will be busy.
At the end of the day, it is obvious what we've been saying from day one. These guys, they want to commit every sort of crime. They pin it on the Hausa Fulani because it will suit their narrative. And the major problem why it suits is because, they've come to realize that a majority of Ndi Igbo ethnic lens suits us very well.
Yeah.
If they come up to say the people committing this crime are not Fulanis, nobody will talk about it. Even the one that is being posted today from Umunneochi, people are still angry.
Yeah.
That they're Fulanis. Someone is asking me, have I gone to investigate? Now, with the evidence that is there, it doesn't satisfy them because it's not a Fulani. I'm not saying there are no pockets of crime committed by these guys. So my little man is covering the light because he wants to have a better view of his cartoon. So now, the issue is this. We've seen the North. They don't put their crime on any other tribe. Every crime is local. Every security is local. Or local, let me try to become a little bit phonetic. But our people till this day and age, they want to believe that even the boss that's, people have been moved out of the bus is driver. The person making the video is busy shouting Fulani. One, he cannot say he is there to see, the persons that committed that crime. If tomorrow they are arrested in that forest, they'll say, oh, it's Fulani. My problem is let's fight the crime and not the tribe. Crime is a crime, irrespective of who is committing it. And now, even from 2019, before they were throwing out all these videos, most of our people, they are not, I wouldn't try to be insulting, but most of them did not take time to look at those videos. I've said this not once, not twice. Now, they bring out the video. When any person see that gory videos, the blood is crispy fresh. Which one tells, if there's a forensic investigation, first, what the forensic officer will determine, whoever recorded this video was there within the minutes.
It was very close.
It was very close. So they will need that person, to come and tell them what he saw. You see, to come and give them an account. They are not saying he committed it, but at least if you're producing this video, come and tell us what you knew, the footprint. Now, they only start Fulani. They've never arrested one of them.
No.
For goodness sake. They bring
how many years? It's just because that narrative, they have already put it out there. So they are holding on to it, like, how can we now say it's no longer Fulani? How can somebody, if something, the funny thing, then when they are reporting something happened in Kaduna, they will say, they will not come in bus and be telling me, is it Fulani? Is it a IPOB that did it? IPOB, you have not even accepted the one you are doing in the southeast. You want to go and say, hey, are you the one doing the one in Kaduna? And then they will not ask, if IPOB is not the one doing the one in Kaduna, then who is it doing it? Who is not doing the one in southeast? Who is not? In fact, they are not saying, oh, they are not doing all this. So they will say, in fact, I read a post today, I was surprised. And this man was writing that he's thinking that they are doing all these things so that by the time they will bring the invaders from the north, they will not say insecurity is everywhere. They will use it as an excuse. I was like, hello?
If most of us from the southeast can go back to memory lane, or if we can recollect, as of 2019, these guys, they devised a very bad strategy. They will do voice note. They begin to throw it all over WhatsApp, telling you how now the Fulani are coming. How close are they? When will they come? And you see, the funny thing is this: when Oyendufu had his freedom, he would be on radio running his mouth. Now, people will not ask a question. Okay, this thing happened in this community. Are there members of that community who can come to say what happened? They will not let them. One of the reasons they dislike Ijele with passion, because it gets to the roots and brings up the iron cast evidence that these things are not Fulanis. It happened in this community. This is what happened. This is what happened. I can remember one that happened in Ebonyi State. Even when the Ebonyi State governor said this is a communal clash.
Yeah.
And yet they are there truncating it. That is Fulanis.
And that communal clash has been there for long.
For long.
I remember I saw that
now,
video some years ago.
The governor said these are the people that committed it. This is the community. Some has been apprehended. Yet the one on do is telling, I mean, you know what? I don't think in Igbo we are ready to even solve our problems. That is just the honest truth.
Yeah, like for me, the best place to start is for the governors to at least, like I was showing pictures of Yahaya Bello yesterday. These are schools. Kogi State. If you go to Kogi State now, go and see the transformation. Like every governor, they are trying. If you go to every places, they are trying. But our own is just like nothing is going on. Nothing is going on. And this thing is setting the stage. This thing is actually setting the stage for all this bitterness and all this anger we are seeing.
The truth is, I'll say this as somebody from the Southeast. All the energy most people of the Southeast have been putting on Buhari, if we had channeled that energies on our governors, they will still talk. How many can they kill? Now, okay, for example, now, let me use for example now, this guy from Ngwa, ex-Steve, for having authentic documents and putting that on social media, it's making Bazu to Shiva. That today they're even going back to resurface some roads. Say for example now, Kogi State governor was called out. If we have been calling Bazu out since 2020 or 2019, he would sit up and do some things.
They just allowed him to just have his way the whole time, not doing anything.
Celebrated 31. The speech is there, the budget is there. No person is even willing to even call him out. When he do it, they say hate your own people. And that is why he has that relaxed infantry to even brag that people are talking about flyover. Any of their concern. As if he's doing some personal money. Now look at me batting 3.5 billion. Look at all the roads in Aba. That is why he's claimed to have a PhD. Not my word. People need to go and look at his interview. He sat down with every confidence to say one of the reasons roads that is plating in Aba, that people are pouring hot waters on it. So my question is, what quality of road with hot water, even if it's boiled at 100 centigrade, boil? So does it mean all like beginning of the street, they agree that today we're going to boil hot water and be poured on the road to destroy the road. I mean, come on. Look at the 6.5 million, 56.6 billion, million US dollars signed for the flood. Mismanaged. The money taken for Abia State government house, mismanaged. Not even stolen. Not even this word mismanaged, stolen.
The thing is, the guy is still there and they are still surrounding him. The guy is still having support. But if you cannot see these people as a problem, like as an immediate problem, and especially because they are not building the roads, there is no service to the people, no healthcare, no waste management, no water supply, no salary for teachers, no funding for education. Even university accreditation is about to be withdrawn. I don't get it. Like, how can you look at this and it's not a problem? Why don't you go to Aba and trend that video like on a daily basis? Like people who live in Aba, in Abia, say, why don't you make it a topic like every day? The way you are showing, for example, what Bola Tinubu's wife said. Like, you like to trend things like that. Why don't you trend the things that will impact you directly? Like if there was some solution.
Even if this is where I've been accusing most people from the Southeast that has a bigger platform. They will never post anything, relating to these things to call these governors out. They'll just want to focus on, they demolished 500 shops in Lekki. Tinubu wife, what she said in 2019. Now, I live in a locality. If I have any issue or my family, I don't have to drive from London to Manchester or to Salisbury to get treatment. No, my GP is here. The hospital is just a few kilometers away. Now, what I'm saying in essence is this. How many of us can go back to our communities? When I say communities, not villages. Some communities might have like about couple of, let's say, 10 or 20 villages that make up a community. Which of us can go back and say that there's a functional healthcare center? So does it mean those people in that community, when they are pregnant or they need health care, they shouldn't get any? Now look at what they show. You know, the woman said it. If not that she was carrying her little born, the ceiling would have fallen on the little baby.
Yeah.
I can imagine, okay, some women may have beds. They need to stay a night or two in that place. So somebody's wife is going to be there. Is there no risk the snake can bite them?
Yeah.
Good end. Okay, ngwere. And people don't see this thing. Yet, na Buhari left here being on our problem. Aisha boyfriend is our problem. And when they try to point out this thing,
my brother, Mohammed, you, the floor is yours. You can add.
Mohammed, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you very much. I want to use this opportunity to salute our dear brother. He is always on the point, very eloquent and intelligent while speaking. Mr. Herdsmen, I really salute you. And my special regards goes to Mrs. Blessendom for always trying to create time out of no time to see that you liberate the mindset of our people and Southeast in particular. It is rather very, very unfortunate that we found ourselves in such a predicament or shenanigans or situation, so to say, in this country, where a non-state actor will come to make the society to be unsafe and always afraid of their lives. And rather, those that are ought to be speaking on behalf of the poor masses are keeping mute about all this criminality in our dear country. And that is where the problem lies. If I could remember in the program you did yesterday, Herdsmen pinpoint one thing, that the problem we are facing in this country is not fighting the crime, rather we want to fight the crime.
Yeah.
Whenever a crime is being committed, instead of us to forcefully go after the person who created the crime, we will start by asking what tribe this person belongs to.
Yeah.
It tends to give us an extra miles in tackling the issue. That is that on the other side. Talking about in particular about the politicians, so to say, based on my own belief, they are all the same. It's only the difference is only how we approach them. Had it been the people in Southeast have devoted all their times to see that they talk to those governors who are not working. For example, now, if you go to all the Igbo state in the Southeast, you cannot say Dave Umahi is not working. You cannot say maybe Hope Uzodinma is not trying.
He's trying at least.
But at least the half bed is better than nothing.
Yeah.
But like but like the Abia state now, a whole governor of a state of almost 7 to 8 years, so to say, was interviewed on national TV. And a straight question was put to him to say, what have you achieved so far in this your 7 years? Could you imagine in this era we are of 2022, the governor was saying that he only built.
So this one is Imo State, you know, at least like our brother is saying about Hope Uzodinma, you know, at least.
Yeah.
At least he
could
can
you imagine
this one. And he's just 1 year.
Much.
And you have someone that is about to finish his tenure as governor. And he wants to go to the Senate
to the Senate
on your behalf, and you are looking
very
on
unfortunate.
Like you are not understanding.
To complete my point, Mr. Blessing, on this governor, could you imagine his response was so radical, was so annoying, was so ashamed that he built Tiki Republic? Is this a development? Tiki Republic, a governor for 7 years? That is the only project you can pinpoint to say that you did or provide to your people, a Tiki Republic? In which a person like Herdsmen can be like 5 or 10 Tiki Republic in Abia State, which is our money. But a governor is saying Pizza Pie and Tiki Republic, that was his achievements for 7 years. It's very, very unfortunate that we found ourselves in the hands of such politicians. But my worry is that we, the poor masses that are suffering from this kind of criminality of these politicians, will be at the same time supporting them, giving our life for them. We ought not to be catching feelings over these people. If such people cannot come out to speak on behalf of the poor masses of this country, I see no reason why we'll be catching feelings over them. To be sincere, and talking about the issue of Fulani paying people in the Southeast, I have said it to a number. The likes of Herdsmen, the likes of you, the likes of Ijili, the Odogu one of Imo State, you have been vindicated. The reality of what is on ground have vindicated you to be saying the truth. But I always maintain, truth is very, very bitter. The person you are telling that truth to, he knows you are saying the truth. But because he don't want to accept the reality on ground, he wants to be living on the denial side. He will be attacking you, will be abused, because that is the only defense mechanism he has. Abuse. He cannot stop you from saying the truth. He cannot hang you from saying the truth. But the only defense mechanism he or she has is to abuse you, to call you whatever names. So in this note, please, Mr. Blesson, I want to appeal to you. Whenever you are doing a program and these bingos are online abusing you, ignore them. Their aim is to distract you.
But
I'm coming. I know.
Sometimes
they just want to,
you know, sometimes it depends on my mood.
I understand. They just want to distract you from the point. That is the aim. Once you are angry, I feel like, you deviate. For example, you can take example from Ejili. You can see he is doing a program, almost 300 people are abusing him. He do not care. He will continue. They don't want to hear that truth. It's just like a doctor trying to inject an ill person. The person will be shivering and will be pushing the doctor's hand because he don't want the doctor to inject him. But the injection the doctor is giving him is the right medicine for his cure, to the cure of his illness. So I want to appeal to you, especially, please, all the time, try to control your mindset. Whenever they are abusing, ignore them. They just want to distract you from the topic. All right. My brother, you can continue.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, my brother Aminu, thank you so much.
Somebody is writing here. He said, for a place like UK, it is only 70 years that medical was established. Before that time, take time to understand how places like the UK and other places actually live the poor was known as dead poor. Me, I don't understand. What are you talking about? So, okay, they should wait for 70 years. Okay. Other people that don't hear now, it take a long time.
Like this fellow now, you know, I believe I'm not addressing a robot if he's still watching. Now, if he did listen,
I don't even know what kind of, where there's no need a Joy Kane. Is that one a name? I beg.
Bless them. Let me just spend 2 minutes on that. Most of them, they think they're intelligent, but they only bring counter-intuition arguments. Let me use an example as myself. For the simple fact, I was born into a family probably with financial disadvantage, then I shouldn't work well to give myself a better life. Then I should, at the same time, be mindless and heartless to put my innocent son through, penury because I never had anything when I was growing up. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah. I just want to go through it quickly so that I will round up the program. I don't want it to be too long. So this lady, I don't know, I hope it's a lady, but it looks like a bot. I don't know. Only you the answer, Princess. Only you the answer, Joy. It's all right. I would appreciate you to talk. She said she will appreciate me to talk about the Fulani Herdsmen. She's still talking about Fulani Herdsmen. So all this time we are telling her that there is no Fulani or the robot that is hiding behind this profile. We are telling you that there's no Fulani Herdsmen. You know the year. He said, talk about the Fulani Herdsmen walking about most forests with AK-47. I am not taking side, but it's about time every state do their own cow business because some of our problems started from foreign invaders.
Okay, now I don't know.
Let me just say something a little bit. Most of those cows that they were buying, wasting in the Southeast, who owned them? They were Igbo people who are doing this cow business. So Kanu indoctrinated them to the point that anywhere they see cow, they are seeing Hausa Fulani. They don't even know that Igbo people are even doing it as a business. Sometimes they employ some Fulani people to be there, to be helping them herding the cows, but the cows don't belong to those poor Fulani or Hausa or Northern people they see. You understand? So you have people who are going through the forest all the way from Kanu down to the south, walking around. So they should not be protect themselves. There are so many dangers. They will not protect themselves so that people that are doing Ogwego will catch them and Buri see her Abi, or people that will see cow and they will take the cow from them very quickly. You know how much one cow costs? So all these things you people are talking about is the main issue why they have to transport those cows live is actually because there's no refrigeration, there's no electricity. If you say maybe you have an abattoir in Kaduna and then you will process the meat there and distribute it across Nigeria, then you have to have steady supply of electricity that will sustain that cooling. They will transport it, spread it across the country. But because you don't have that across tropical areas, you have to take the animal live, and the animal has to be slaughtered very close to the place of consumption. This is simple, and this has been going on for generations until this loud mouth that want to take power from backyard just came and turned all of your head and brought out all the hate, all the badness in yourself that you are hiding in your heart. Now Kanuna gave you opportunity to come and express it. My brother, the floor is yours.
Now, to that fellow, if the person is following things that is happening in Nigeria, Anambra State, Soludo has banned the free movement of livestock. Let me not just say cows. And what is the resultant effect today? You know, the Mieti Allah, they are trying to approach the governor. He says no. What I'm saying in essence, most people need to go back and hold their politicians accountable. You see, it is within the rights of your state government, House of Assembly, to pass laws, and it will be respected. You know, Obiano was the governor. He did nothing about it. But recently, Soludo has said he's banning the movement of cattle on foot in Anambra State. And that is how it stands. You know, so when some of them bring this argument, they don't know where to take the argument to. Everything is not on social media. Yes, you know, as Nigerians, we can, you know, comment on these issues, but the final say rests with your state governor, it rests with members of the House of Assembly, you know, and that person should look back at what is happening in Anambra today. Now, the person that made mention of that NHS, if the person did listen to Liz Truss' speech today, NHS is top on her list, and they are planning to build more hospitals and more schools. You know, I mean, in her thinking.
The thing is that what she's trying to say is that, you know, development is gradual. And if that is what she's trying to say, then we are saying the same thing. And where is that gradual development going to start? It's going to start from the grassroots.
That
it's
is
going to start from the governors. They have to one step at a time.
Let's use Ebonyi State as a case study in the Southeast. Look at the world-class hospital Ebonyi State is building. Now, Ebonyi State has handed over, I think, is it the hospital, one of the finished hospital, to the federal government. Look at Ebonyi State now built two markets, international standard, and they built another market for those who may not afford the shop rent and things like that. You know, Dave Umar is just a clear case study in this issue.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to,
and all of you that are so fixated on Fulani Herdsmen, do you know that Fulani Herdsmen has been there like 20 years ago and you never had any problem? Herdsmen have been there bringing livestock, you never have any problem. Herdsmen have always been there bringing life, and there was a problem with herdsmen in the middle belt, but it never got to the southeast until Kanu saw it as an opportunity. Remember, by the time he was doing this parade that I'm showing you guys, there was no Fulani on his lip. The perfect example of Fulani was not yet there. Where is the video? This perfect example of Fulani was not yet in the picture when he was doing this parade. So which means his intention has always been to grab power from the corner. And the cows have been always the only source of protein most of the time. So even Igbo people went into the business and they are also selling cows. If you go to abattoir, everybody is doing one business or the other. Some people are into the meat, some people are into the different parts of the cow. They are dealing on it there, and it's a means of livelihood for everybody in that abattoir. And now somebody that just wanted to come and grab power from the back here, because when he said Biafra, your mumu button is activated, you turn to mugu, elevated. So see, at this time this guy was doing this, there was no Fulani on his lips. It was Yoruba Caliphate.
Yoruba abusing people. If you're attending a Yoruba pastor church, you're a fool. You're this.
Yeah, that time it was about Fulani, about Yoruba.
This is another issue because people don't want to call him out. Even as of 2019, there was a comment I made in a meeting. They almost like came for me. People don't want to address this issue, but look at where it is today.
Yeah, and the governors are the one encouraging this thing because they are not doing their primary duties.
Yeah.
If governors do their primary duties, people will not be so desperate to leave what they are doing and be following somebody that doesn't even know himself. Someone that is suffering from egomania.
Abia said now, every month gets over 5 billion naira from IGR. Abia said is a member of NDDC, 13% oil derivation. Every 3 months, they get a federal allocation. And including borrowings. Where is that money going to? If we look at Steve that came out just recently with facts, official documents. Yet, you even see people from Ungwa telling him he hates his brother.
Yeah.
So hate your brother. Then the technical college that did not renovate. Look at the technical college. Is that, it's still this.
Yeah.
Nigeria now.
I should share that video pictures again.
There was something I realized earlier on, and when one of my friends went to the US to do his PhD, he's a lecturer then. He said he realized why cultism is high on the side in Nigeria. That how can a citadel of learning be in the middle of the bushes? Hostels, bush, everywhere, bush. So it affects people's thinking. Now, when it comes to these countries, like in Germany, you see the way their learning environment is. Transparent glasses, at least in that environment alone, you feel you're within an institution, a citadel of learning. But in some universities, when they drive into it in Nigeria, you'll be asking yourself, now, tell me, let's all face the fact.
So this is the school he's talking about here. What is it? Amato Secondary Technical School in Umunneochi. This is a school. So how will people go to a school like this and not be criminals? And when somebody is going to this kind of a school and somebody turns up like this guy now and promise them, I'm going to pursue the president, I will rule you, I will do good for you. They will hop on it now because look at the condition of where they are at, you see. So this is what makes all this thing to continue, because the people lost hope. Ijele, I cite you, I greet you. I greet you, Ijele. I share the link again, Ijele.
The truth is, even now, let me go back to this guy they call Rufai or whatever I watch with Channel. He's been whipping up sentiments since yesterday against Ndibo because Hope Uzodinma made a statement, read a speech at Iwanyawo's birthday.
Okay.
I'm not saying everything he said, I take it hook, line, and sinker. But if I'm to analyze his speech, 50% is the reality on ground. But this guy has been busy on Channel targeting the emotions and gullibility of Ndibo. Now, I ask a question. I'm not saying an Igbo person should not be the president. But how will that trickle down to the benefit of a Pawentapa in my village? My Abia State, from 1999, the governors has been indigenous of Abia. Okeze is from Ungwa. How has his almost 7.5 years as a governor benefited even people from his own local government?
Yeah.
These are the questions we need to ask.
Like somebody's in the studio. Okay.
You know, but people are not raising these questions.
Yeah.
And can keep drumming. Now look at Akanobiam Airport, renovated on international standard. But what do you call it? Kema Chikwe was there, Stelador was there. None of them did anything about it.
Yeah.
You know, I see. Maybe my environment has influenced me a lot.
No. The thing is, I feel like there's a problem of telling people what to think. So it's like the people have been brought up in a way to think.
Blessed, in 1 minute, I'm coming now. Where I live now, in front of my house, there's a mini park. At the other side, there's a medium park, there's a large park. Why would I leave my borough and I'll be worried about a park in Westminster when I know my son in the next 1 year will never use that park? My problem is the park he's using every day. I take him out. Is he looked after? These are things people need to understand. I cannot live in heaven and I'll be worrying about people a park in Manchester. That's even Westminster. I wouldn't worry about Westminster. That has nothing to do with me. People live in Westminster should go and talk about how they can fix their parks in Westminster. If every one of us can narrow it down to our present environment, you live in Aba, you pay your business rate in Aba, your tax in Aba. A Fulani man has never come from Abuja to come and take taxes or sanitation fee from you. So you should be worried about, I am paying for this sanitation, I am paying for this. Why are the refuse not collected?
It's because there's no will to give that service to the people. Because if you take the waste, where will you take it to?
No, what I'm saying in essence is this: when they bring this discussion, they miss it all.
Yeah, Ijele, you are welcome. Ijele, you are welcome. Yeah. So let me just give Ijele the last call so that we can end the video because it's getting too long. Yeah.
Yeah, Ijele, good evening.
Good evening, my people. I greet all of you.
Odogu Ijele.
Yeah, welcome.
I salute you.
Odogu Ijele.
Udo aga na ama ha mmiri ọkụ na.
Iwotogo dalu wale dalu.
Mohammed Aminu Udo dey. My man. See, let me tell these people this thing. You see, everything we've been telling them. I don't know if Peter is hearing me because I will later share this video in my WhatsApp groups. I have not shared anything there for a long time now, and I haven't been around that much. Now, I had an argument with 3 useless Igbos. 3 Efule.
Take it easy with your words.
Okay, Nnamundo. 3 Umumbada. Umumbada ito. I told them, Umunneochi, they were telling me, hey, what Ndotuevi are doing in Umunneochi, this and that. Even brought up the bishop issue. I say, are you the last man in Jerusalem? Are you the only one in Jerusalem who hasn't heard? So you still have not heard what happened and the people they caught. I'm happy this time around. As they caught them, they paraded them. Please, my sister, send me all those videos on WhatsApp. Tomorrow we'll be hot on them on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm going to. They will hear me. They don't know how. In fact, they don't know what's hitting them now. The people are tired. They know exactly what's going on. Blessed them, your hard work is paying off. Henry Chimeze, your hard work is paying off.
Thank you.
Mohammed Aminu, aka Musa Saleh, your hard work is paying off because if not for people like you, so many people in the north will not understand what is going on and they will think all Igbos are in support of this nonsense.
Exactly.
All these people, they have been exposed. Everything we've been saying from day one. And there was a reason they all ganged up. The entire let me tell you, you see as you are now, there is no all all these traditional killers they call traditional rulers, I bet you there is none of them that will stand before you and talk rubbish. Unknowingly, you touch the heart of what has been going on in Igbo land. From Ojukwu to the slave masters, of which his family cannot absolve themselves of any blame about slavery. Let them come and swear before the entire Igbo race. Enough of this nonsense. That brainwash that they've been using to stay atop, to stay afloat, generation to generation, it has disintegrated. They have nowhere else to go. Now, if we weren't steadfast, by now, there will be no one to point to them what has been happening in the past and how we've been telling them. Now, each one they catch, Umu Elohim. If they catch in also Utopia, Umu Eloha. If they catch in Umunneochi, Umu Elodem. If they catch in Enugu, Umu Elode. We've not seen all this in the Ochueyi.
No. Even one is saying they are in the bush doing our sister. The ones that they caught is them. There is one that is even the video, because you know when they bind somebody, I don't want to show the video. The man is even saying they caught him with a small child, an elderly man, maybe in his 50s. You know, they are the ones like I will never rule out that maybe there's one criminal person here or there. You know, the same way you go to Lagos, you still see people who are criminals who are from Igbo. The same way for example, the same way they went to Dubai and showed themselves. Now Bahrain, I don't know how they pronounce it. Bahrain is already
Bahrain.
Now even Malaysia opened their doors and say, come, gave them free visa, come and free scholarship, come and educate. They say they want to help our people. You know, what did we see? They went there, it turned to another problem. Now you can't go to Malaysia, nobody's allowed to rent a house for you. And those people who have lived faithfully and diligently, they don't have any social capital. You know, they use the same hand to rob everybody. So all these things, the raw issue there is that,
my sister, let me tell you something.
Want to use that to hide and go and get power from behind.
My sister, you are talking about Dubai. Let me tell you, you see the Turkish government, they tried it in Turkey. The way they dealt with some of them, all these ones that are saying banning them, no. If they had handled them the way the Turks handled them, and most of them came from this Malaysia then. Imagine some useless boys, all these Yahoo touts. Somebody giving me orders that I should walk around one table. Kai, my dear, issue one popcorn and say, and you are. They were there, about 13 of them. Anyone in Turkey can attest to this. Chibuzeze, Winger, if you are listening, you know what I'm talking about. If you are listening, tag Chibuzeze. Let him confirm. It happened at Island Lounge. I say, if one try, the way where I take follow that one, I knock him for him boys. I say, okay, more than wait. I go house, go prepare. So they prepare, come. All of them disappear. After they go buy 2 bottles of champagne, give me. I say, I don't need water. I say buy 2, go give them back for that table. Say, I don't need this one and also. See, make a one on. You see this rubbish before one go rob Nigerians in a bad way. We go deal with all. I say, no, anybody where ready, I go give you now. Man, anywhere you are and these people are doing this nonsense, go and alert the authorities immediately before you pay for what you don't know anything about. All these ones they ban now. Many people have businesses there. Businesses, you destroyed people doing their legitimate businesses. You brought problem upon them. Just like the way they destroy businesses in the Southeast. Everywhere you see that people are embracing lies, my dear, go check it always get problem.
Yeah, so you know, I was having this very interesting conversation with a fan of mine on my email, and you know, we are just looking at. I mean, I think in a way you can actually extend it to what we are talking about. You know, like using our brothers, you know, as an extension to what we are seeing here in Europe or in America, and you see people, you know, I don't want to say it, you know, because of ethnic and racial you know. So you see our people like young men in their prime being drawn to do things that are not in line with the law. And sometimes you can't even explain it, you know, like for very minimal things, they will do very big crimes, like even to buy somebody. And they know that the law is not going to be lenient with them, but it's somehow, it's like their mind is not with them. They lost their mind, you know. Why am I going to this thing? It's from what Ijele is saying, and what's is, I don't know, Joy Kane, I don't know who is he, whether it's a bot, whether it's a woman, I don't know. He's saying a good book to read about is called How Europe, you know, did not develop Africa and also. That's coming back to the same victim, you know, when you put yourself in that place. Let me tell you something. If somebody has come to take advantage of you, or if somebody have come to use whatever you have for his own advantage, do you think he will not come and be like you bought a chicken now, you are training the chicken. So sure, you want to send the chicken to school, you buy school uniform for her. I mean, you will just feed him so that he will eat and be fast. So you go and buy it and collect the meat. You people don't think. So you think that somebody that come and want to come and do something for a purpose, he will not come there and be pampering and be treating you well. I mean, are you where you did that condition go think how you want to come more for year where you did, because you think say now ordinary eye go take come more for there. Who you see will come more for there with ordinary eye, everything that fight in years, diligence. But the problem is say you go first know where the rain from they beat you before you go even know I want to escape the rain, you know. So the people don't even know where the rain start to beat them. You know, I'm just trying to be coded because of the very sensitive nature of this thing. So please, I will advise you to be a little bit, you know, don't be too.
Let me just say this, you know, I was much younger when they created Bayelsa and Abia states. In Port Harcourt, I wouldn't say most, all the Igbos started drifting to Bayelsa, Yenegua, to open businesses, and they welcomed us. Most of them made millions, established more shops. People were like, you know, going to Bayelsa, Yenegua to open branches. The thing is, when we try to discuss on certain things, if I have to be honest, Ndi Igbo are the major beneficiaries of Nigeria. The only challenge we have is just that missing institutions and, you know, a bit of lawlessness all over the place. But put that,
you know, in a way, is that I feel like the Igbo people, the youths, the Umukorobia and all these things we are seeing, you know, it's like when they say children are the product of the parents. So in a way, I feel like we need to do some kind of roots, like going to the roots. Look for a solution, because what we are seeing are the effects.
No, what I was saying is
the symptoms, if you may. We are seeing the symptoms of a failed route. No. There's something fundamentally wrong, and that thing needs to be dealt with. For example, the education, the value system. What is important? What is valued? What is important? So if at the core, the only thing that is valuable to parents is that you are the best in your class, that you are the one that has the highest car, that you are the one that have the highest house, you know, how is that child going to grow up and have other humanity values like empathy, like being conscious of what is happening in their environment? Or they want to go out by all means, you know, like like the normal biological Darwinism, you know, for the fittest, you know, the fittest gets it at whatever cost.
You know, you've hit the nail on the head. The value system is what has changed. Say, for example, now we have a generation of young Igbo youths who don't want to work, but they want to make money overnight. They don't even want to persevere. They don't want to endure anything called hardship or difficulty. You see, majority of them, they even have chances to travel out of Nigeria. They don't want to pay their dues. They come into the city. First thing they're inquiring is how to make it. Can you use that word? You know, and again, the value system is the problem. You know, I'm not saying people shouldn't invest, but some families, some parents, they need to ask their children compared to their level of investment, you know, to balance the ratio. But I'm not a moral judge, but like what I did say earlier, I agree with you. The value system has changed. Everything is focused on, you know, centered on ego. Like you mentioned other things which builds up society, empathy, you know, being a responsible member of the society, being cautious, being conscious, you know, and other things that are missing. But we have challenge in our hands. But this has to do with a shift of mindset. Because at the end of the day, even see most of them, now they see some celebrities. One thing they need to understand, that celebrity you're seeing today, riding a limo, did not start with a limo. Most of them started even without a car at all. It took them years to build their career, to begin to get endorsement, and to begin to like top chat and to make them millions. Now I see somebody who has no talent. Not
You
even.
know, I get you, but I feel like the disconnect we are having is because I'm seeing all these expressions, like it's an expression of something from within, and it's like the symptoms. It's like when someone is sick, someone has a disease, and you don't know what that disease is, but you can feel that the person is having fever, you know. And that is this egompute. It's coming from somewhere. It's rooted from somewhere, you know. There is something that is urging that person to go and boot ego. And for example, when Igbo governors and Igbo politicians fail to develop Igbo land in a way that someone that is from Abia State, for example, you don't need to have a house in Abia State in your village, then have another house in Aba town, and have another house in Lagos where you live, you know, that you have just that house somewhere, maybe in your village, you commute to the center, maybe Umuahia city center. Even Umuahia doesn't have a city center up to tomorrow, or maybe you commute to Aba and do your business and go back home. You have that one house, and that is what is missing. So when you have that need, you know, to fulfill some kind of societal expectation from the same person, you know, at different points, just one person, how is that person going to do? You live in Europe, for example. How many houses do people build in their lifetime? So why would Igbo person be expected to have a house in Lagos or have a house in his village and maybe have a house again, God knows where? Why? You know, these are expectations that people put a burden on young men. So, for example, a young man wants to marry and he has to meet this expectation and meet this expectation, and nobody's asking. Like, you know, when they say betano, you know, cut this meat, cut this meat. They say, oh, somebody died, they want to do burial. This expectation is coming up on this young man. The young man has to do this. It's boiling down to what I was saying before, that we don't want to evolve. We need an evolution of the mind, of values. What is important? How do we want this society to be? And then you will teach the children those values. You will teach these children those ethics, and it will be their guiding principle. And you will not put that burden on them, you know, to say, oh, somebody, then you have to close the street and do a fanfare on top of whose person head, you know. So it's coming from somewhere. That's my own perspective. I don't know, Mohammed, what do you want to say?
Okay,
Because as an outsider, you know, when you are looking from outside.
To round off my point, what you said is the reality and is the truth. What we are lacking in this country is the issue of social value and social ethics. And also what we also have is a corrupt mindset. And from the politician side, they like what we call sincerity of purpose or political will. When we say political will, you have the means, you have everything, but to do it is the problem.
Yeah.
So all this incompassion is our problem as a country. And until when these issues have been solved, honestly, our progression is going to be very difficult and it's going to be very, very slow. And the last thing I want to say, the people like you, Herdsmen, trying always all the time to bring out the intellectuality in them, to liberate the mindset, is what we need. This information is of paramount importance to the society, because most of this information we are out and saying out here, our knowledge, most people do not know it. All they know is I am mature enough, I want to be rich. They don't know how to be rich. They don't have patience. They ought want to be rich in one day. It's not possible.
Yeah.
So lastly, Mr. Blensondom, lastly, before I drop my point, I want to use this opportunity once more to really appreciate you. And I pray to God Almighty that I serve to protect you and bless you from all evils. Honestly, what you're doing, the fruitful of what you're doing, you have started seeing the result and you continue seeing the result. Inshallah. Mr. Herdsmen, I salute you. I remain loyal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. So, what I want to say, in addition to what Mohammed said and what you also said, our brother Henry, is, we expect young people to have this, somehow, of course, there are going to be very few people that will do that for themselves. But when you have a governor who goes into office with nothing and overnight he becomes a billionaire, and he's stealing the public fund for himself, and everybody knows this, and everybody say, oh, this one a thief, they don't go thief in home, and there's nothing said about it. So I don't know where we expect this youth to learn. You understand? Because every system, even people come into a system that is functioning, the only thing they are thinking is, how can I defraud this system? How can I take advantage of this system? And you have children, they are watching you. All you are thinking, all you are preoccupied with is how to manipulate and exploit that system. You understand? You hardly see somebody that is trying to live according to the norms or that they have come to meet. Why are they under pressure to manipulate that system? Because of the obligations that the society at home put on them. You understand? Because if they would just live and care for themselves and the family that they are building, it will be very easy to maintain, But somehow the society put all this burden of the people at home on them. You understand? So at the end of the day, we are seeing the symptoms, like I keep saying it. And I don't know where we are going to see this. I feel like the youth are victims, because they don't have what it is. Nobody taught them. And what they are seeing is someone going to public office and stealing all the money, become a millionaire, riding in, someone like Okezikbazu. When he's going, women are lining up and singing for him. So where are they going to learn the values from? My sister, you are welcome. You came late, but I'll give you the floor for a little bit before we close. You can unmute your mic. I don't know what is happening. Yes.
Let me react from the politicians, the last thing you spoke about now. And all of us, I believe a lot of us knows who Steve Harvey is. He's an American TV show host, a long time one, more than 30 years experience. So I was watching some of the reels from his Let's Make a Family Feud. So he threw this question. He said, name one of the richest occupations. Somebody with 5 fingers said, politician. Yeah. Steve interrupted him right there, and said, look, nowhere, politicians are not rich anywhere in the world, but they still highest all over the world. That's a big statement right there. Did you see how this man defied the odds? Did you see how this man reset the brain of the next generation? Did you see how he changed the narrative in a national television? Okay?
Yeah.
Now, can we say something about that something like that about Nigeria? We got to where we are today because once you're elected, once you win an election in Nigeria, you have a kind of opened an oil, you have bought an oil well. Your family is going to be rich forever. Your children are going to study abroad and all that. As a matter of fact, make I speak broken, make them know come after me. Not be blessed and talk and me. When you finish nursing education for Nigeria, if you come America, you go write one exam, one that they call IE. I don't know whether IELTS or whatever, IELTS exam, right? IELTS exam.
English exam, yeah.
They get one center for Aba. Yes, and here say they don't shut that center down. You know, waiting cause them. Our governor, daughter-in-law, go take exam, then go do expo. Now, that exam is administered by exam vendors like Pearson View with very high tech internet securities. Like when we write our NCLEX, they camera you, they record everything, including your eyeballs, to scan your eyeballs for presence of any kind of cheating. So this girl went there because we have laid that foundation that you can steal anything as long as you are under political umbrella in Nigeria. She took it to that place. Unfortunately for him, she don't know that before you see monkey don't see you. America saw her from there. You know what they did? They shut the center down. If you want to take it, you have to go either to Lagos or to Ghana, I think, right now.
No,
imagine. That's another marginalization of
marginalization. And what bettered that thing? What if somebody had told us what you have told this young coming generation on a national TV? That you don't get rich doing politics. You get rich because you stole public resources. So that is why, for instance, now Blessedom is not promoting any candidate. Then people that are promoting candidate wants to impose their candidate on her because they believe that it is their meal ticket. It is their way to oil well. Blessedom is not laying the foundation for them to get to their own oil well and start drilling oil. Meanwhile, it's not supposed to be so. If you are a politician in America, you declare your assets. But in Nigeria, you go there with nothing, you come back with everything. And people will welcome you. Your family, your kinsmen will celebrate you. So that one apart, until we learn to fix it from the foundation, until we teach our children right, until we change the core values of what we call success, until we redefine success for them, what is going on is not going to change. That is number one. Number two, I keep hearing about this marginalization of a thing. Somebody remind me, when I was in the last version of my high school when this administration came in 2009, okay? There were some of the governors that were very popular then. When you are young, you remember everything. They call him Reverend John Enyame. As I'm talking, somebody remind me where he is now. He is locked up behind bars, right? What was his crime? He stole public resources. Imagine that is reverse the table and make this man come from Southeast. What do you think will happen? It will be added to the list of our marginalization, right?
Yeah.
So my people, wake up. Hold the right person accountable. Stop deceiving your future generation. Anything you lay the foundation of lies, it will never stand because after a while,
my
it
sister,
will
can I borrow 2 minutes off you?
Sure.
Mind.
Sure.
Now you just said something,
so my brother, let's round up.
Yeah. This my closing, please. Bless my. She just made something that is so important. I just keyed into something, and I wasn't thinking. The former police cop, GPS Abakaria. The person arrested him is a Fulani man, which is of his own tribe.
Yeah.
And people that are investigating him thoroughly are his own Fulani and Hausa brothers. That even they've uncovered fresh,
I've seen it. Yeah.
Money, if that was to be an Igbo person, a police Igbo of that high rank, nobody will be talking about his corruption.
His crime.
Nobody will be talking about his crime. They'll be crying. Oh, Igbo, they hate Igbo, they hate Igbo. Now, who are the people? Yes, there's a little bit technicality because he was supposed to be extradited, but Malami opened a different case. So I'm not a legal expert, but lawyers have discussed, so that is conflicted. Now, People who are following that case, people of interest from the Southeast, let them go and look now the new charges they are bringing. Who is the chairman of NDLA? Who even arrested him in the sting operation? His own Fulani brother.
And I didn't see anybody going to protest for his release or whatever, like we normally do solidarity march.
Have you even seen the family trying to send people for political solution? Or have you seen people from his, states trying to drum sentiment? No. Yeah. If the government can establish his crime, let him face it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, and to make matter worse, remember that Reverend John Enyame is a clergyman, and nobody is saying that he's doing his time.
For former governor,
nobody is attacking him. Nobody is saying because he's a Christian he's being persecuted. Everybody accepted him for the crime he committed. Coming to what happened in Umunneochi, everybody saw the Fulani Herdsmen that was arrested by their local vigilantes and paraded. That was born in I don't remember. The Poopy Bandit knows where he was born, somewhere. Sudan. That was born in Sudan. They raised in Umunneochi.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. When I did that video, I was laughing like it reminds me of make his ad and say his name is Jibri.
Yeah. So now I was saying, make I tell you the latest that they hear. We say the guy really want to exonerate people that he's working with, the locals he's working with, because the truth is that he don't know who, what. So when somebody shared it with me today, the person told me that the guy is claiming that he's ESN. Why is he claiming that he's ESN? Because he does not want to name his cohort and his fellow hoodlums. You understand? So now he's claiming it. It takes us back to, I have said it before, IPOB, you cannot make it about crime in the East without mentioning IPOB.
Yeah.
Remember, in the East today, if you want to, you can actually zoom without interruption. All you have to do is to show IPOB regalia. Even as you are coming, your victim will be applauding you, clapping for you, calling you, blessing you. He will bless you and bless Mazen the camera. God bless you and bless Madenga. The only time he will realize what is going on is when you are deleting him. That's when he will realize that oh, it is my mistake. They never learn when they can make a change. They learn when they are at the point of extinction. It is okay. If this guy is trying to hide people that are working with him by claiming to be ESM, what does that point at?
That's it. It was never them. It was DSS. Then it was a Bubago. Then it's even them inside mortuary. It's anything but them. But anyway, in closing, my people, I want to thank everyone that has been here since almost 2 hours. I didn't expect the video to go that long, but it happens. That talk they bring talk, like we say. So finally, the Fulani Herdsmen are actually IPOB Igbo youths there, and whether you like to accept this bitter,
I have something to say.
You cannot hide from that fact.
Blessed, please permit me to say this thing here.
Are not from outsiders; they are from there.
Blessed, permit me to say this thing here because Nigerian media is never going to say it. And I know that there are both love watchers and hate watchers that will come under to hear my voice this evening. Yesterday, Chineke went on evangelism to reclaim our land from our people at Ogo. That's our people are taking our land from us, so they went to retrieve it for us. Now, that they were taking our land under the umbrella of a political party.
Okay.
Nobody has said anything about it. Media is not breaking. Heaven is not like pouring down snow. The earth is not pouring out dust. Everybody acted like nothing happened. Not even any single media outlet reported it. Not even Punch. Not even Vanguard. No politician addressed it. Then, and yet they went together to meet on how to elect a particular person under a particular umbrella of a particular party. That party has a ward chairman. They have a state chairman. They have every single thing, secretary, and they didn't deem that thing that happened newsworthy. But they are using these same people to cook atmosphere for another deep cry and marginalization come 2023, right?
I think that when it comes to politics and what you would do as a candidate, or like, you know, when you are partisan, what you would do in support of your party, is always going to be very biased. So you cannot expect someone that is, you know, pushing a candidate to say something again. It's like a case of you cannot say, nobody go say the soup where mama sweet, cook no sweet, or something like that, or monkey no fine, but a mama like him.
I agree with you, but I just want to put an honest advice out there. Now, you are prepared, right? You are now preparing the ground for what the outcome of 2023 is going to be. Because of when you come to cry, do not come to Blessedom page and cry, because Blessedom does not work for INEC or presidency. Because the one thing I can assure you is this: I cannot hate my daughter and treat her like trash and expect Blessedom to love her. It's not possible. Hausa Fulani cannot elect our own for us. If we cannot elect our own, don't come here to cry that the election has been stolen. That is what I wanted to say, because we are now seeing that what 2023 is going to look like. Okay? People are working hard, selling their candidates. We are working hard, doing whatever we are doing. But whatever you do, remember that you don't reap what you didn't sow. What you are sowing now is what you reap in 2023. Oh. The news media refuse to address it. I'm saying it here. And if anything happens and you start crying your professional victim, this video, please, Blessedom, we share it. Let them remember that this is the foundation they led that they are going to be building on in 2020.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for being part of this program. Thank you, my brother Chimeze. Thank you so much, my dear sister. Thank you, the audience. I appreciate you guys so much, you know, for staying this long. Yeah. Thank you so much for all you do. So by the grace of God, we'll see. One of our brothers is saying we should talk about criminality, but, you know, I feel like it's a very sensitive topic. But we'll see how tomorrow will be. There are also so many things. Like I always say, you can always, you know, inbox me or, you know, comment anything that you feel like we can discuss here. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for all of you that support me, that sent me stars and thanks. I appreciate you guys. Bye for now. Bye.